All right, first grade, now that we've learned about the hour hand and the minute hand, and we've learned how to tell time by the hour, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about half past an hour, okay? So first things first, a little bit of review. Right now, you can see the time and it says 4 o'clock. The way that I know it's 4 o'clock is because the shorthand is pointing to the hour, which is 4, and the minute hand is pointing to 12. That tells me it's 4 o'clock. Now, 1 whole hour would mean that it would be 60 minutes. So if I say in 1 hour, I'm going to go to a soccer game, this is how an hour would look. The time would roll all the way to 5. Now it says 5 o'clock. If I want to see another whole hour, I would move all the way another 60 minutes to get to 6 o'clock. Another hour would be 7 o'clock. You get the idea now. Well, let me tell you guys a little bit about what's going to happen today. When we talk about half an hour, we just talk about 30 minutes. The minute hand will move to the number 6. That says 30 minutes. So watch what happens. I'm going to move the minute hand to 6. That tells me that it's been half an hour. Now notice that my shorthand, my hour hand, is between two numbers. If it's between two numbers, you take the smaller number. Well, with 7 and 8, the smaller number would be 7. Right now, it would say 7:30. The minute hand is pointing to 30 minutes. Let's try again. I want it to be 2:30. That means that my hour hand must be pointing at 2, and my minute hand must be at the 6, which is 30. Now notice that my hour hand is pointing between two numbers, 2 and 3. You would take the smaller number. The smaller number between 2 and 3 is 2. So right now it is 2:30. I'm going to show you another look on Pearson, and I'm going to show you an activity that you will be doing and completing today to talk about half past. Here we go.
Whoa! What's wrong with that clock? What do you mean, Jackson? The hour hand isn't pointing at the hour. No, the hour hand is between the 2 and 3. So the clock's broken? No, it isn't broken. Look, the minute hand has moved down to the 6. The clock says it's 2:30. 2:30? I don't see a 30 on the clock. Remember how we say o'clock when the minute hand is on the 12? Yeah. Well, when the minute hand points to the 6, we say 30. Look at this clock. It writes the time. This part of the clock tells the minutes. When the minute hand points to the 6, we say 30. And this part tells the hour, 2. Put it together and the time says 2:30. Oh, I get it. Then tell me what time this clock says. The hour hand is between the 10 and the 11. The hour is 10. And the minute hand is pointing to the 6. So we say 30. It's 10:30. Let's check the other clock to see if you're right. Hooray! You're right. It says 10:30. 10:30? Then it's almost time for recess. Gotta go. Is that?
He's right. We would have recess around 10:40. So this is the time that we would actually be going to recess in the classroom as well. Let's take a look at the clock again. Remember that the minute hand has to be pointing at 6 for us to know that it's 30 minutes. If I say half past 4, I want it to be 4:30. Notice that the hour hand is pointing between 4 and 5. You take the smaller number, it would be 4, so it's 4:30. Boys and girls, today for your assignment, let me show you a little bit about what it's going to look like. You have a Google slide. The Google slides look like this. Notice that it says, write your name on your paper. Well, your paper is going to be an answer sheet. I have created an answer sheet for all of you. Your answer sheet looks like this. This is the question number. Your answer will go next to the question. So let's take a look. I'm going to scroll down. This gives you a little bit of information. I'm going to scroll down to number 1. I know it's number 1 because it says number 1 right here. It says, what time is it? Let's take a look. You can see that the hour hand is between 10 and 11. I'm going to take the smaller number, meaning 10. The minute hand is pointing to 6. If it points to 6, that means 30 minutes has passed. This tells me that it's 10:30. If that's the answer, I go to my answer sheet, I click it here, and I write 10. I put the 2 dots and write 30. The 30 talks about the minutes. The 10 talks about the hour. You'll go to number 2. You'll go back and you'll try number 2. It says, what time is it? Notice that the hour hand is pointing between 8 and 9, and the minute hand is at 6. This makes it 8:30. I'll go back to my answer sheet and I will write 8 as the hour and 30 minutes, so 8:30. If you have any questions on the assignment, or maybe you need a little bit more of an explanation on how to do half past the hour, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'd be happy to set up a live session if you need one, or maybe you have a couple of questions. If you do, please comment or email me and let me know.